What up, y'all? Let's talk about being in a state of peace in the midst of the shit. Actively choosing to chill, actively choosing to let God be God, to let the universe do what the universe does, and not trying to interfere with the shit. Even when it is doesn't look or feel like it's working in your favor. Okay, how the fuck do I sit and just be in a state of peace? Okay, so first, what does that even look like? Being in a state of peace in the midst of the shit. What can it look like? That can look like you making time to intentionally connect with this, with spirit, with the divine, with God, through prayer, through meditation, through journaling, through just breathing, through just having time to be quiet and to be still and to listen, right? Sometimes it can look like you actively choosing to let go of your attachments to the outcome or to the methods that are get you, or that are gonna get you to where you want to go, right? So choosing to release control over how it should happen and what the results should look like. Um, Being at peace can look like choosing to still have a good time in the midst of the shit, right? It's like I got shit going on. I have a season, I'm in a season of my life where I'm a bit uncertain, or I'm in a season of my life where I'm a bit unhappy, but I'm gonna still have a good time. Like, I'm still gonna make time to spend time with the people that I love. I'm still gonna make time to do things that I enjoy. I'm still gonna make time to laugh. I'm still gonna make time to be present. So there's so many ways that being in a state of peace can look. Secondly, what are some of the effects of being in a state of peace? So, like, why the fuck is this something that I would be interested in doing in the first place? So one of the effects of being in a state of peace is being in flow, which means you are in alignment with your life's purpose. You are in alignment with the universe. You are in alignment with spirit, which means that you are exactly where you need to be when you need to be there. Okay, which means you're getting the lessons that you need to get. It means that you are contributing to your process of healing by being where the fuck you supposed to be at and when you're supposed to be there. So if I am actively choosing to be in a state of peace, here's an example. I might be in a season of my life where I'm not happy with my career. Let's just say I'm having a hard time at my job, and I'm just like, I'm ready to go. Like, I don't like this shit. I don't like being here. I'm trying to manifest something new. I want a new opportunity, or I'm ready to work for myself, right? So one of the ways that you can be in a state of peace or create a sense of peace in that kind of situation is by choosing to let go of how you're supposed to exit the job and choosing to allow God to do what God does. Okay. So this doesn't mean that you don't have a plan, that you don't have a vision. Like, it's cool to have a vision. It's cool to be like, okay, on July 31st, that is going to be my last day. And, yeah, like that's my exit strategy. That's my exit plan. I'm gonna secure this job. I'm gonna apply to me. That's amazing. But when you are in a state of peace, which means that you are in flow, that means that you're open to shit not working out the way that you intend for it to work out, right? So that means that you are trusting of God, you're trusting of the universe, and you just like, all right, well, if this shit doesn't happen in the timing that I envision for it to happen, then God, I trust you. I trust that I am always exactly where I need to be, right? So yeah, being in alignment, making sure that you are staying connected to God, staying connected to yourself, spending that quiet time with yourself so that you can listen. If there's something that your intuition is telling you to do, you're not going to be able to hear it if you're not in a space to be quiet and to receive it. So making sure that you create time to be quiet so that you can get the direction that you need to give, but also just to rest, rest your mind, rest your body, just rest, right? Because when you rest, that's when you're able to receive directions that are beneficial to you. That's when you're able to have the energy that you need to make the next move, right? So if I'm so busy moving, figuring shit out, I'm exhausted. So I ain't gonna be able to hear everything the Spirit has for me to hear. But if I'm in a state of rest, I'm in a state of flow, I'm in a state of peace, and I'm like, oh God, you told me to make this phone call. Oh, you telling me that, okay, right now is the time for me to stay. Okay, don't allow my temper to get the best of me. So like creating those points of connection so that you can hear God's voice when you're supposed to hear it. And last, I want to touch on oh, this is also one of the effects of being in a state of peace. But I feel like this is one that really hit home. So when you are in a state of peace in a season of your life that is not your favorite, you actually give God a chance to prove himself. You give God a chance to prove himself. You give God a chance to prove herself. You give God a chance to prove that God is God, okay? AKA, this means that you release resistance, okay? You release your resistance to the plan. You release your resistance to the season of life that you're in, which means that you stop blocking the flow of your blessings. You stop blocking the flow of your progression, of your elevation, of your leveling up, of your growth, right? You stop blocking that flow, because this is what happens when we are trying to control the outcome, right? When we're operating out of chaos, okay? So this is the flow of our lives, and our lives is like, okay, cool, I'm gonna wiggle a little bit because I'm going through shit. Sometimes we go through shit. All right, I'm going straight. And then like we introduce, right, these emotions, we introduce ego, we introduce oh no, this is the way I'm supposed to do it. We introduce those things, and so sometimes they create a blockage between where we are and where we're trying to go, right? So when we release the need to be in control and we say, you know what, God, I am here for as long as you need me to be here, as hard as that might sound. Or, all right, Spirit, I'm open. I'm open to what you would have me to do next to get to where I want to be, right? And so I think that I said this before, but I don't want us to get confused and think that, okay, I'm just supposed to sit and wait for God to tell me what to do. I'm supposed to sit and wait and do nothing. No, what I'm saying is be intentional, right? My hope is that you are so connected with yourself. You're so connected with spirit that the plans that you are creating for yourself are coming from a place of like deep intuition. They're coming from a place of divinity. They're coming from a place of God. They're coming from your heart, right? If things are coming from your heart, which is pure, if your heart is pure, and the ideas and the visions that you have are coming from a place of pure love, right? Then that means that they are going to be in alignment. And also, what I'm saying is, yeah, follow the plan that you have, stick to the goals that you have, but I'm saying to be open, right? I'm saying to be open to, at any point, if spirit is to say, oh no, I want you to go that way, or no, that's actually not for you, I want you to be open. I don't want us to be so gung-ho on this is the plan that I made and that plan is not working, right? Because that's where we get fucked up in. That's where we get stuck, right? I want us to be open to say like, all right, God, but I'm gonna let go a little bit, because if you need to get, if you need to get through, then I gotta make sure that I am allowing you to do that, spirit. And so, yeah, giving God a chance to prove who God is. I think I said earlier on a call that all of these practices that we have, different ways that we have of connecting with spirituality and connecting to God and building a relationship in these different religions, I feel like at the root of them all, the call is to trust in God, to trust in this higher power, to trust that you were taken care of, and to not take matters into your own hands all the time, but to really take your hands off of it and allow God to show who God is. And I think that that is a part of what this strategy is when I make peace, when I say like, you know what, I don't like this shit, but I'm chilling. Like you truly create so much space for your blessings to come in, right? For them to not be delayed, for the lessons that you need to learn to not be delayed. Because I'm not trying to get in the way. Life is enough, right? I ain't trying to borrow no more trouble. I'm already in a space that I'm not really fucking with right now. So I'm not even trying to build much of anything on top of that. I'm in a space where I'm like, okay, God, I got this vision that I got from you, and I'm open. I'm open. Like, I'm going to do the things that I said I was going to do. I'm going to follow through, right? I'm going to take the steps to change the shit that I don't like. And I'm also going to be quiet. I'm going to be still. I'm going to lean inward to hear whatever direction I am to receive. So, yeah, I pray that this message reaches who is supposed to reach, and exactly what in the exact way that it's supposed to reach you. Baby, I'm tired. Okay, it's almost 10:30. But yeah, and I'm open to you all's thoughts. I feel like this is very personal to me, and this is a lot of this is what my journey has looked like. But I'm curious to know what being in flow or being in peace in your journey has looked like. And yeah, I love y'all. I hope y'all have the most beautiful day or night or whatever time you are watching this video. And I'll talk to y'all later.